Today is Friday, May 14th, and I've recently made a trip to Tennessee to attend a country living training camp up in Clifton, Tennessee. And while we were there, the camp was from the 5th through the 8th, and I met a couple of friends up at an Airbnb in Waynesboro. And it's a working farm with goats and sheep and horses. And we just absolutely and thoroughly enjoyed staying there. The home was really nice and equipped, and it's a manufactured home, but it was plenty for us. Gave the kids a taste of animals being around, and this goat kept coming to the door and wanted to come inside. I'm sure he would have come inside, but we all got a chuckle out of that, and the kids absolutely loved it. Just the wide open spaces of the country and those yellow flowers all over the fields. There was just everywhere up there. And I want to say they were called skunk flowers. That's just what the guy there at the farm called them. But they're beautiful. I don't think they should be called skunk flowers. I don't know, maybe they stink. But we really absolutely enjoyed it. There was a couple times, or actually one time, I was able to help put the horses away. Ariana was able to go in and play with the baby goats, and it's just priceless, absolutely priceless. Of course, there's a llama. That was unexpected, and he was sometimes attitudinous, but quite cute. So then as we got settled in, the next day we went up to the training camp, and it's definitely, the place is a work in progress. It's come a long way, but they've opened up their meeting hall for these kinds of meetings and trainings, and there were several speakers, a lot on health, a lot on planting and identifying herbs, just a lot of information. And you'll see where we're digging a hole. We broke up into teams, and I think there were 5 teams. We all took turns digging holes, just like the kids did. And you'll see that later on in this video. But it was quite the teamwork experience, building community, learning how the roots interact with the soil, etc. We dug down to where we got to the water. And these rose bushes, oh my goodness, they're just immaculate, just full. They remind me of an English garden, and I just couldn't get enough of them. And I went on a walk one of these days while I was up there. I think the property is like 230 acres or something like that, so there's a lot of potential there. But I came across this old farm equipment, and of course it's always intriguing to find out what they were used for and how long ago, and they may not be extremely old, but they're off the side. I just really enjoyed the wide open spaces and room to kind of think, be away from it all, take it all in, a lot of reflection time, and I think we all need that. So I just took advantage of that while I was there, and I came across the blueberries that were coming in. There's a lot of blueberries, and it's great. I absolutely loved the lesson that the children were getting in teamwork and speaking encouraging words in the work. That was the goal, that was the point too, because it's so much easier to do a job when you're getting constant encouragement, and our children grow up in a healthy emotional state when we do that. So that in effect was absolutely wonderful.
Good job, Angelina. Way to break up that hard dirt and get those rocks loosened up.
After the camp, I went back home or not back home, but I stopped at Tiffany, my friend's place, stayed a couple days. We went to an Amish farm market, and she bought some herbs and plants and things, and that was really nice. And here I show out the back door some of the country and the horse hitched up, and some of the garden plots out in the distance. Just, again, easier to think clearly when you don't have the hustle and bustle of everything around you. And this trip was a lot about that, a lot about doing with less, being happier, being healthier, and it was just a beautiful experience all around. These little lambs were the cutest, absolute cutest. They're the Amish people on the Amish property, and they sell them for meat lambs. And then I came back home and I found my garlic vine blooming, these beautiful purple flowers, and the flowers actually smell like garlic. And I went and checked the garden and brought in this harvest of green beans, potatoes, okra, some zucchini, some tomato, and that was pretty exciting. So that's where I've been. That's why I haven't been active on updating you on activities around our farm and homestead. Just going off and learning a bit and having experiences with others. And I hope you guys enjoy.